Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and to another episode of our youth only Road to Glory, where we take our team one of our own FC and see how far up the English pyramid we can take them in 30 seasons, starting off in the National League North. Hopefully one day we'll get to the Premier League. We're currently in League 2. Last year we finished in 5th place and just missed out on the playoffs. Hopefully this year we can push on and hit the playoffs again. Of course, we had a few players leave the club, but John, the goalkeeper, left the club. We've also sold a couple other players. DG has been sold to Leeds for $2 million with a 45% sell-on clause. So hopefully we do get a big amount from him. He's not really a first starter. He's only 18 years of age. I've rejected a few offers, which is causing a few upsets in amongst the squad. As you can see, a lot of exclamation marks, especially from Fern, a player that scored the most goals last season. Only, how old was he? Fern, he is only 18 years of age, valued at 1.5 million. I've actually changed the formation up to fit him in on a left wing spot, hoping he'll become a main player for us this year, playing him in his main position. But he's been very unhappy, he wants to leave the club. Hopefully the squad harmony does improve. There are a lot of exclamation marks which could affect us in the league this season. A few players have gone out on loan. I think there was one more player, the goalkeeper, I believe it was, that we sold but had him loaned back straight away, although he has disappeared, so I'm not quite sure what has happened there. I think it was Goodwin. I'm not quite sure who it was. But anyway, guys, we're going to go straight into this season in League 2, and we'll go straight through until we get our youth intake for this season. 8 games into the season then, we're sitting in 3rd place on 17 points. Not too bad. 5 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. 5 points behind Walsall, who are top of the league. But as usual, there's a long way to go. We could still end up in the relegation spots. But we've got a crop of youth intake for this season. 8 players in total. Not as many as usual. But let's have a look who we've got. And that's a good intake. 3 5-star players. We've got Gowling, a right midfielder, right winger, which would be good if we keep hold of our left winger, who's not very happy at the minute. We've got an attacking midfield centre and a striker for all 5 stars. A very good intake. A 4-star centre mid as well, and a 2-star centre back. We do need a centre back, so hopefully McGregor's potential does improve throughout the season. But looking good so far. Let's go straight through to the 1st of January. Alright, so into the 1st of January, as you can see on the right-hand side, we are in 3rd place, still pushing up at the top of the table, but it's very tight up the top. Walsall still got a little gap up the top. They're on 58, so they've got a 5-point gap on Carlisle. Ourselves and Peterborough are all on 53. Wrexham on 52, Newport on 51, Morecambe 50, Salford 49, so very tight at the top. Only 4 points deciding 2nd place and 8th place. So very tight at the top of the table. Hopefully we can push on and still maintain the playoff spots. So it looks like we're safe from relegation once again. We should definitely be, at least. Youth facilities, youth development wise, still 3 5-star players. Witten's dropped down to a 3.5-star. McGregor's still a 2-star. We'd ideally want him to improve out of anyone centre back, but not looking too bad this year. If we have a look at the fixtures as well, we're actually progressing in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. So we're into the last 8 of the Northern section. Of course, the winner of the Northern section plays the winner of the Southern section at Wembley. So we're looking okay there. Maybe another cup run. We did have one a few years ago, I think. FA Cup, we lost to Scarborough in the 1st round. So we're out the FA Cup, but we're progressing in the Bristol Street Motors Cup and the league. So let's continue on towards the end of the season and see how we are looking then. So at the end of the season, 46 games, we've finished in 6th, just 1 space below where we finished last year in 5th. So it does mean we've got the away tie 2nd in the playoffs, but we'll be playing against Walsall in the playoffs, and then hopefully either Salford or Peterborough in the final at Wembley for a chance to go up to League 1. But playoffs again, back-to-back playoff positions. We actually lost in the semi-finals of the Bristol Street Motors to Arsenal reserves, who actually made it to the final, lost to Aston Villa reserves. Not very, I don't think, realistic. The reserves clubs never make it far in the competition. And apparently both of them did this year. So Walsall in the playoffs. Last year we lost on extra time in the second leg of the playoffs. Hopefully this year we can do one better and make it to the final. But let's sim through this week and see how we get on. Hopefully. Now again, another loss. 3-0 at home and a 2-1 away. So again, 5-1 on aggregate. Loss in the semi-finals of League 2. Hopefully next year we can push it on and maybe even get the automatic spots, because that's what we really need. Playoffs are so hard to win. Salford winning their leg as well. Playoffs are so hard to get through. You've got to be the best of 4 teams over just a couple of games. So it's really difficult to go up in the playoffs. But we've made it 6th. It's a decent season again. Maybe next year I'll change the formation back. Fern has been complaining all this season that he needs to go. Too good for this team. As you can see, lots of exclamation marks we've had this year on a lot of players. A lot of unhappy players. But hopefully next year we can get a good grip of this team and get the good players in and ultimately push on for an automatic spot in League 2 and work our way up into League 1. So Salford, if you saw there, quickly went over it. Salford actually won the final. So they will get promoted. We're just simming through now until we get our youth players. So here we are. Not too many great, but Gowling, 5-star potential. Lynch, 5-star potential. And Bland, 4.5-star potential. Other than that, not very great. Witten, we'll actually take him. He's only 2.5. And I think McGregor was the centre-back. So did we take him? I'm hoping he was the centre-back. So we will take him because we do need a centre-back. So we'll just release the rest. McGregor, not going to be a standout player. He was the centre-back. But we do need options in that position. And hopefully he does just become a bit better over the years. He can outdo his potentials. Hopefully that is the case. As usual, we'll put all of these players up into the first team and send them out on loan to get some game time and improve. Well, Lynch is already on the first team. Okay, so Witten up to the first team, out on loan. Again, not a great player, but more depth in the squad. So this is how the team is looking. We need to rotate the side a bit. Maybe I might change the formation back next year as well. And wasn't really a fan of that one. But we finished 6th in the league. We got a few decent 5-star potential from youth intake. Let's have a quick look on how Man United and Chelsea done in the Championship. And the playoffs is between Charlton. So Chelsea got automatics. They finished 2nd behind Fulham. Got 100 points. Man United down in 10th. So they are struggling. But Chelsea go back up to the Premier League, where Brighton are now the champions. Everton finishing 3rd. Bournemouth 4th. Where did Luton finish in the end? 12th. Of course, Luton finished 2nd last season. How did they do in the Champions League? They made it to... Oh, they didn't make it at the group stage. The league phase, sorry. Where did they finish? They finished 29th in the league. 3 wins. Still decent going. But that is the end of this episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment. Any other Football Managers videos you want to see. Subscribe if you are new. It really helps support the videos and the channel. I'm trying to get these out daily. There might be a few days in the coming days where there is no videos. I've had to pre-record some of these because we run out of time to record them. So there might be a day or two where there is no videos, but they will be back daily. No worries about that. So make sure you subscribe to see that. Thank you very much for watching, though, guys. And I'll see you all for another video very soon.